There are many seminal moments in the history of South Africa, starting from 1652 when 3 ships landed on our shores, bringing in ills that we still deal with today, to a few years ago when 3 brothers from India also landed here and added more problems to our lives as if we didn't have enough. But in between, there are many other milestones. You can think of Reverend Hendricks walking half naked on the beaches of Cape Town to fight against apartheid, or Raj Banzi being slapped across the face at the World Trade Center during the CODESA negotiations. And of course, there were others, like Nelson Mandela being released, the 1994 elections. There has been a number of called the milestones that South Africa will always remember in our history. But certainly one of them has to be Jonasi Gomora. He has just put a pin on the historical story of South Africa that I was also there. Yo, Jonasi. Yo. Hey, this fellow. And then you land a week before Father's Day. My brother, Father's Day has been limping for years. Through coffee mugs and pajamas and socks for many, many years. And of course, the single mothers who want to be called fathers because they are very unhappy about the fathers who are not present in their children's life. And then you come in, Jonasi, as if things were not tough enough. Buddha, you've messed us up, man. You have really, really messed us up. Oh, I spent I watched 14 episodes back to back. I had watched the first 8, then I didn't have time, then I watched 14 back to back. And I ended up sleeping at 4 a.m. because of you, buddy. Because of you. I would have used the time to sleep peacefully. I had watched football and then, normally I go to bed, but I watched you, Mr. Gomora. Jesus Christ. Yeah. But I'll tell you one thing. That I will not forgive you for. And not that I forgive you for the others. Everything you did, but it was wrong. I hate what you did with these 4 women in your life. And the others that just passed through that, were not shown. It's a shame. I hate what you did to Kenneth Nkosi, man. Makesh, that's my guy, buddy. That's my guy. To see him being treated like a skivvy like this was not fun. I don't like what you did to him. I sure do not appreciate, the way you were treating all other people around you, your children, other people that came in and out of your life. But there's one thing I am not going to forgive you for. Men's is puku puku. There's no doubt about it. You can even see through his hairstyle that it's puku puku, as you called him. No, I think you called him Sioyoyo. It's not his puku puku. And he is Sioyoyo. But buddy, man, the impact you had on that boy. You destroyed him. You led that boy to strip clubs where he sank his face into those, like that, It was sad. And then at some point he got assaulted by a bricklayer. You know how sad that is? And then finally, he took off from where you left off. That is very wrong, Jonasi. And in the words of your own brother, Tsek. But having said that, kudos to the producers, the writers, the actors of this brilliant series. But when Jonasi, Tsek.